Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Franklin here, and today I'm gonna bring you guys a special replay of mine. This was actually about a month ago, and this is actually against Blunder, as you can see. So the first time I played against him, you guys saw from my previous video of him, he beat me pretty good. This time I'll be playing against him in Battle Factory, where anything can happen. We get some random teams, and yeah. So it's been a while since I uploaded a video or actually recorded a video because a couple things have happened. One, I actually got a brand spanking new job with the city of Los Angeles. Really looking forward to it. They pay me a lot more, a lot of benefits. Bless up for me. Two, I actually have to study for an exam, which was randomly announced last Thursday, and I got to study for the exam. Only have like about a week and a half, or as of right now, exactly 1 week to study for this exam, and it's pretty much like an eligibility ranking for the position. So technically I am in, because my first day would be the 3rd of September, which is after Labor Day. But this exam is on the 1st, which is on a Sunday, 8 a.m. in LA. I'm like, oh my goodness, what the heck with these exams? But yeah, I'm sorry guys if I haven't been uploading so much, but here we go. So looking at his team, I don't want to lose my Quagsire because it deals with with potential Mega Gyarados, which it is because it's the only Mega option there. And Venusaur kind of walls his team a bit too outside of Reuniclus, but nonetheless, let's get to it. So, I lead off with the Hydreigon because it's a pretty good matchup against Reuniclus. Switch on to the Keldeo. I just fire off the Dark Pulse because I can. Does 23, which is pretty interesting, but then I realize this Keldeo is leftover, so most likely it's going to be Scald. Go into the Reuniclus, and I switch out into the Venusaur. Good play on his part. Go back to the Hydreigon, because I'm not trying to lose. He goes for the Side Shock, since Hydreigon is the only immunity here. I fire off another set of Dark Pulse here, and it's slowly but surely chipping the Keldeo off. I go into the Venusaur, since this pretty much walls the Keldeo outside of a potential crit from a Sacred Sword. Doesn't risk it. I predict the Jirachi, and I go for the Earthquake. I'm like, let's get this money. Go into the Stealth Rocks. I'm like, whatever, I'm going to fire off this Earthquake, because if I can weaken the Jirachi, my, what's it called? A couple of my Pokemon can go in, especially this Venusaur. And Venusaur actually does go in on this team as well. So just flinching my Venusaur to death, and I'm like, oh my god, better not. So I'm going to go into the Quagsire here. As he goes for the Iron Head on the Quagsire, does about 10%, but obviously, but the Bluffdoor doesn't do that much. Goes for the U-turn as I expected. He's going to go back into the Reuniclus. I fire off the Scald here. I'm like, alright, whatever. Kind of a risky mid-ground play here. He goes with the Keldeo, and I go into the Hydreigon. It was the only safe play, because I'm not sure if the Reuniclus was Z-fighting him, which I don't think it was. Going into the Venusaur here, and I take nothing from that, because obviously I resist all of its stab. Goes for the Taunt here, and I'm like, god damn it, I want to get my Synthesis up. Switch on to the Jirachi here, and I go for the Giga Drain, taking some HP off from the Jirachi. And this Venusaur is very important to me, so I gotta preserve this. I go into the Zapdos because it's my only Pokemon, I believe, where I can get my rocks off. I'm gonna go into the Rotom Wash here, which is fine by me. Rotom can't really do too much against the Zapdos, so I'm gonna get a chance to get my Defog off. He goes for the Volt Switch, of course, to get momentum going, and then he goes into the Keldeo here, and I'm like, oh boy, this is gonna be a pain. Go for the Scald here, does 30%. It burns me, unfortunately, and I fire off a nasty Discharge, just 82%. Which kind of helps out in the long run because now this Keldeo's weakened. I'm going to go into the Scald here, of course. And I'm going to go into my Mega Venusaur, attempting to get for the Synthesis up. I get the Synthesis, so thank goodness this Venusaur is back up at full now. Goes for Stealth Rock here. I fire off the Earthquake and does about 38, so the next Earthquake is going to drop this thing dynamite. Goes for the Iron Head here. He flinches me, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go with this crap again. Gonna go for another Iron Head, and unfortunately for me, don't get flinched. So, woo! I double into my Heatran here, expecting him to either go for U-turn or switch out. So, whatever. I should be relatively faster than this, but of course not because his U-turn Jirachi has some speed investment. Go for the Heatran, and I fire off that Toxic, expecting him to switch out. I'm like, woo! Thank God this Rotom's on a timer. I stay in because I expect him to go for the Volt Switch. He goes into the Keldeo here. I get my own rocks up, so now we can start pressuring his team as well. Gonna go into the Mega Venusaur because why not? Just gonna go for the Scald here. Doesn't burn me, which is good. I don't want to pass too much passive damage. Gonna go into the Magearna here and expecting the Jirachi, but I clip this Magearna off. I was thinking about going for an earthquake here, but I was like, not really. Gonna go for the corkscrew scratch. Doesn't do nothing. I think it was Z Flash Cannon, I believe. So I go into my Venusaur expecting the Focus Blast, and I'm like, whoop! Perfect. He goes for the Flash Cannon here. I get my Synthesis up, and this Venusaur is putting in too much work for me, man. I go out for another Synthesis just to get some relatively good HP. Goes into the Rotom Washer, and I believe I fire off a Giga Drain expecting that, so that's awesome. But he pops off the Ipapa, but because of toxic damage, he'll not be living that long. So whoop, Giga Drain gone, boy. So that's one threat out of the way. In comes this Gyarados, and I'm like, oh boy, I gotta stay in. Goes for a Dragon Dance. I go off the Sludge Bomb, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be bad. And Mega Evolves to the Gyarados. I take that crunch like a boss, and fortunately for me, nothing happens. I'm gonna go into the Heatran because Heatran I don't really need it that much anymore, so I'm just gonna sack it off. And I'm gonna go into my Buzzwole because this Buzzington is he's swole. 37. Drain Punch gone. And I'm like, woo! Because of my EV investment, its defense goes up. Go into the Keldeo, and I'm like, I can live this, right? I barely live it on one. So I get the Drain Punch going, and I'm like, woo! This Buzzwole putting in work. And now since the Keldeo's out of the way, Quagsire can live in peace. Goes for the Flash Cannon here just to knock me out. Of course, McGarren's gonna be a bit faster than me. I'm gonna go into my Hydreigon because I got the Earth Power, and I'm able to knock the McGear now since it was most likely was gonna be a max special attack, max speed set. So Hydreigon should be able to knock it out without any bulk. And it's game over because at this point the Hydreigon Dark Pulses will just go through its entire team. And I do have the Quagsire. So I finally get my revenge on Blunder. We're 1-1. But yeah, I think this was from a stream that he had, and I just like decided that if he's online, I might as well play him in Battle Factory. Because technically I could challenge him in any format, but I thought Battle Factory would be, you know, my kind of thing. But pretty cool. I got to play him, and I got to beat him. So yeah, we finally end the streak against YouTubers. We're now 1-2. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for not uploading occasionally, or frequently I should say, due to in real life commitments I'm making. But after this exam, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be expecting to do a lot more. So thank you guys so much once again. It's your boy Franklin, signing out. Peace.